Hey, it's your old pal Slim, and this is 70mm podcast for movie lovers just like you. Disclaimer at the top of the show, we are not experts, but we do love watching movies. With me each and every episode is my close friend and artist, Danny Haas.
Hello.
And our close friend and movie insider, Protolexis.
Rule number 1, don't take mushrooms in a cave.
It's page 1 of the handbook. Every movie that we cover is connected to a theme for that month, and this time it's lo-fi, SCI-TEMBER. Movies where the science fiction is either low budget or slightly in the background. You can use the chapters in your podcast app to skip to our main discussion from 1980 and Ken Russell, Altered States. The meetup was this past weekend as of episode release, so we're not going to get into it.
Oh, yeah.
We're recording before it takes place. We'll get into it, but we are going to get into psychedelics at the bottom of the hour.
Psychedelics.
All episode long, we will be discussing psychotropic drugs and the effect on the human psyche.
Oh,
we are
perfect.
the experts. My fake breaking news, but the real story tonight.
Okay.
Mandalorian star Katie Sackhoff, quote, basically didn't work for 3 years after Star Wars because she didn't understand her character in Mandalorian. Quote, it broke me. You heard this story circling the internet, Danny?
No.
Katie, our sweet girl, Katie Sackhoff, broken by
happened?
Mandalorian.
But I don't understand what she's saying. What broke her?
She didn't understand the character. She couldn't relate to the character, to Bo-Katan. So it broke her.
She was in Mandalorian?
She reprised Bo-Katan.
Yeah.
Remember the little gang of Mandalorians?
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, that little haircut. She had the haircut.
She had the
She did have
haircut.
the haircut. Remember the Mandalorian?
My Starbuck. Remember Battlestar?
We can't get
you remember
into
Katie
it.
Sackhoff in Battlestar?
We cannot discuss Battlestar Galactica on this show safely. So we wish
talk
Katie
about.
the best, but it's lo-fi, SCI-TEMBER. Altered States is our first episode kicking off the month. Next week, we're doing a movie that most people have not heard of or seen, or maybe want to see, The Man from Earth. That's when we will discuss the meetup shenanigans, because it will be post-meetup. Hopefully everyone had a great time. Hopefully it went off without a hitch. Hopefully we had a lot of fun at Glory afterward. And hopefully we sold out that theater again in Philadelphia. Pro, are you expecting a sellout in the past, but the future?
I think at this point I can guarantee a sellout. I think I can.
Proto guarantee.
Yeah, you have my guarantee. I think it's a stone cold lock that we sell it out.
Jeez.
At this point, I'm just looking at the numbers where we're at,
Yeah.
It's pretty clear that it's going to sell out. So if you haven't bought a ticket yet and you're on the fence, I mean, it's going to sell out. So get your ticket now.
Also, it already happened by this point.
That's true.
You
that's
can't
true.
get a ticket.
We know it's sold out.
We know what
We
has
know
happened.
Katie forgot to buy a ticket.
If folks are forgetting to buy a ticket and they're DMing, get me in.
Yeah, can
Help,
you get
help.
me in, guys?
But Danny, what did you watch this week since we last recorded?
Since we
yesterday?
last recorded,
Yeah.
a lot of TikTok. I did come across a documentary on TikTok I want to watch. I don't know if you guys are in the art world and have heard of Thomas Kincaid.
Sounds familiar.
You know, the painter of light,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
in the Christian circles.
Is he the one that did like Jesus and the dude on the drugs and he's like moving the syringe into his
that's
arm?
Casey knows his name. She'll write it in chat in 5 seconds. Maybe Bex knows it.
Andy Warhol.
No, not Andy Warhol. But I do remember it up in some houses.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, Ron DeCiani. I knew she'd get it. That's Ron DeCiani.
DeSantis. That's not
DeCiani. He's a painter of light. It's like these landscapes. Anyway, the documentary came across my page where it's talking about it being a scam and et cetera, et cetera. And I love a good art scam.
Wait,
So-
they think Thomas Kincaid is a scam?
Oh, he's definitely a scam.
What?
Well, I don't know he can paint, but he has like 1 million people doing the paintings.
He's got like a Thomas Kincaid army?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he died,
Damn.
speaking of drugs and stuff, tonight. So,
Oh my gosh.
This is crazy. So wait, Casey says he's dead. Wikipedia says 1958 to question mark.
they haven't found him.
What's going on? He's missing?
He's in a fugue state.
He's on the run?
He looks like a
gotta watch-
gorilla.
What's this? He looks like William Hurt coming out of the decompression chamber. What's this documentary called again?
Art for Everybody. It's on Letterboxd.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to probably have to find it on the internet.
YouTube. It's probably on YouTube.
It's probably on YouTube. That's where it'll be.
Folks, if you can't find a movie to watch, just type in movie title full movie in YouTube.
Yeah,
And
you'll find it.
your mind will be blown what's on there.
I didn't watch anything since we last recorded, but I did come across this documentary that I want to watch because I've had Thomas Kincaid in my house. I know it still hangs in my in-laws' house.
Did you remove his art after watching this
we
documentary?
don't. I mean, I haven't watched the documentary yet, but it's been long gone from our house.
Dang.
Yeah, see, he died, so we sold it on eBay.
Wow. Reverse thrifting. Proto, do you have any Thomas Kincaid art in your home?
Not that I know of, but it could be. You know,
No, I doubt it. It's not.
It's one of those kind of artists where it could
If
just,
Jenna
be
let
there.
Thomas through that door of your house, I'll have to talk to Jenna.
Right.
Okay. I'll talk
I've seen
to
her
later.
taste. I've seen her taste. She has good taste.
Thank
There's no way Thomas is in that
I'm going
house.
to take credit for that. Thank you.
Another thing that Danny's been watching on TikTok, we're padding time here, folks. We don't have anything to talk about
We're
outside
padding.
of Altered States. Danny's been watching a lot of, we need to come up with a name for this AI stuff.
Yo, it
The AI
rocks my
slop.
world. You talk about altered states.
It makes
These
you feel like you're
videos
on psychedelics.
Rock me.
When it's like a video that starts out normally
Mhm.
and then it reveals itself to be AI. Like a person peels their face off and another human being
rocks
comes
my
out.
world, and I have to share it with you guys every time I see it.
That looks like Mikey P in chat.
It
That
is.
Thomas Kincaid photo.
Thomas P.
That goatee.
Thomas P.
I'm going to drop one of these videos in chat.
This- whatever recent one-
sorry, those listening. You won't see these.
Yeah,
videos.
whatever one you posted recently elsewhere was really freaky.
It messed me up. Anyway, yeah, TikTok has been interesting.
AI memes. So hot
AI
right now.
morph slop, Kev calls it.
Morph slop.
I'm just curious. All right, everyone take a minute and watch this video real quick.
Morph slop.
Jesus.
Fucking rocks my world every time.
Like, what is going
God.
on? Like, I don't even know what you put into a prompt for that. These people should be in prison.
I love it. I can't get enough of them. They're
I don't know.
insane.
Yeah.
That's what Thomas Kincaid was painting. His fugue state.
Pardo, have you watched anything since we last recorded? Anything you want to discuss at length?
Yeah, I was able to watch from 2006 Zack Snyder's 300, starring Michael Fassbender.
Get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Actually, no, I didn't watch this, but in the pre-show, Danny thinks we should do 300 for the 300th episode.
Is it too on the
And-
nose for us, though?
I mean, it's so on the nose, but I figured maybe if I say it now, maybe it'll like catch up some steam in the community, and it'll
Get a
become like this
hashtag.
thing that suddenly we have to do it. Let's get this going, folks.
Cut it.
300 for episode 300.
I can't think of a worse movie to do for episode 300.
What about V for Vendetta?
You pick.
Man, they are both at the bottom of the list. They're tied at the bottom of the list for movies that are exciting to me for episode 300. We have a lot of time. We have 30 weeks, right? No, 21 weeks to
do
figure it
that.
out. And if you don't count December, we're going to take off December again, so we have extra time.
We
have
don't
plen-
count December?
Those aren't full episodes. Those are like bonus episodes, I think.
Okay.
If we want to get technical about it.
All right.
Anything on TikTok, part of that you watch that you think is worth bringing up? What's on your TikTok? Do you use TikTok?
No, I don't use TikTok. No.
IG. Instagram.
A little bit. I can't focus on like IG stories, and I never go in the explore tab. So I'm kind of in and out. Like I'll just go and look for a story, and like I don't really scroll. Like whatever's like first there, then I'm out.
Interesting.
I can't linger.
I could linger on explore for hours.
I guess the only thing I really watched that was like worth talking about was that YouTube video that was shared in the Discord about that guy and his wife who bought the drive-in theater.
Oh yeah,
remember that video? Does that count as something I watched? This is the American dream.
It is.
That's what you said, Slim, right?
Yeah, I mean, because they were like only making $100,000 a year, but they still owed like $1 million or something in debt. I don't know. But that felt like the American dream. That is the American dream. But yeah, I mean,
fully realized.
I would love to run my own video store. Actually, speaking of which, I was on a dog walk yesterday morning. Went for a long one, 90-minute dog walk, Glenside, PA. Anyone driving right now in Glenside, PA? Just naming Keswick Theater. And I found it's just like a convenience store. But then I saw like this Vice City logo.
Okay.
It just looked like, what is this, another vape shop or what's happening here? Let me see if I can drop a photo in chat. But it said like 80s collectibles in the signage. And
did you go in?
WTF? No, it wasn't open yet. It was still pretty early. So I'll drop a link in chat. This is like on the corner of a gas station. So I Googled this place, Vice City, and they got like printed, 80s posters on the door. It's this guy who runs a landscaping company. He's like in his late 30s, and he and his wife started this Vice City 80s movie rental collectibles store. So that he has like VHS tapes and VCRs that he rents out. And he says like it's been his dream to like, own his own shop and stuff. So I guess it's like his side gig. I meant to go in this weekend, but I haven't had the time to go in, but it sounds pretty fun.
So he rents out VCRs too? That's crazy.
Yeah. But what made me think of it is, I would love to run my own video store.
I know.
Gosh.
I know.
Gosh.
I know.
That's
end game for the podcast.
That is end game. We all remember we talked about making one at Amity Amity,
Martha's Vineyard.
Oh yeah,
driving around in our our pickup trucks. Fudge,
overheating at every stoplight.
If anyone knows any investors or is an investor,
yes, yeah. If you want to invest in a beachfront video rental property, we are your men. Okay,
profit optional. I'm not sure.
We're top men.
You seen these tech companies? They're dumping billions of dollars into artificial intelligence. Why not give us, $100,000? Imagine what we could do with $100,000 at the beach.
Yeah.
Our uniform watches,
or $500,000.
Give us $500,000.
Just $500,000. Well, I mean,
please.
Like if you have $1 billion. Can you give us, you have 1,000. Can you just give us half of 1,000 of one of those?
Right, exactly. Right. Do the math.
How much do you need?
Speaking of money-making operations, Ryan joined our Patreon this week and got access to Discord, uncut longer episodes. We go on for longer. There's the main show, and then there's a post show.
We last longer than they think we do.
Uncut. Yeah, we last longer than Tenoch in last week, Y tu mamá también. Great episode. I watched a few movies. I had to do my due diligence. I knew that we were recording real quick. I had to jump in.
Yeah, I saw you did.
I watched Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah.
Secret of the Ooze. It might be better than the first movie.
This is the Bebop and Rocksteady one, right?
Not quite.
Ish,
yeah. Like copyright infringement, be damned.
They're there.
Vanilla Ice is in this one. This is the one where they do the dance in the club.
Yeah.
And people are having the best time ever on the boardwalk. And Super Shredder.
Mm-hmm.
So
Super Shredder.
Yeah, I remember. Wow. I think I might, have more memories of 2 than of 1. And this is, I think, is it Ernie Reyes who plays the pizza delivery guy to start the movie? But everyone, one thing I just want to note was like everyone who's handling a pizza box handles it sideways. Like it's sideways. It's not flat. The guy who made the pizza gives them sideways to Ernie, puts it in his truck. Ernie pulls it out of his pocket sideways. Like it's a pizza. You can't just swing the box sideways.
No.
I don't know why someone wasn't on set saying, guys, we got to do that again. It's a pizza. It's got to be flat.
Yeah.
No one's operated a pizza box before?
No one has ever eaten a pizza on set of Ninja Turtles 2. So that was my viewing experience for that. And we also watched The Fog today again. Because we went to At Home.
Talk about dream jobs.
We went to At Home, Danny, today for their Halloween stuff.
You went to At Home for Halloween?
Yeah, it's out.
You guys must be desperate.
It's out. The Halloween stuff is out.
At Home, though?
Wait until you see what we got.
What did you get?
I saw it. I saw that cart.
The cart full. Look at the skull. This like skull Richie Rich here. He's got hair. Also, this woman has moss attached to her.
I've seen that moss one.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Needless to say, we had to open up a new credit card to make
that looks like Walter Goggins.
Is that a Goggins bust?
So yeah. Anyway, making some Halloween purchases. So that was good.
Yo.
It could be him. The Fog, yeah, a lot of fun. It's getting a little slower the more times I watch it. I might need to take a break from The Fog.
Yeah, you got to pump it.
We also watched The Stuff from 1985 from Larry Cohen. I think he's like a king of like B movies. Just terrible stuff. One of the worst lead actors in the history of film, this Michael Moriarty. Just bad news.
Okay.
Editing, sound, acting, direction, it's all bad.
Lord have mercy.
And you watched this before?
This is a rewatch.
I had watched it like in 2018 and I wrote, Michael Moriarty with one of the worst accents and performances of all time. I want to die. And I was talking to Amanda and I was like, 2018, maybe I was wrong. Let's watch it again. And I was like, damn, this movie sucks.
How'd you even think about it to watch it again?
I think we might have seen... What was your
train of thought?
We might have seen a logo that reminded me of The Stuff. And I was like, hey, remember that movie? Could be good again. I don't know. So, all right, let's get into Altered States. 1980, William Hurt, Ken Russell. Pardon, what's this movie all about?
Professor Eddie Jessup works at Columbia University as a psychopathologist studying schizophrenia. Him and his partner, Bob Balaban, are experimenting with a sensory deprivation tank. His experience in the tank leads him to theories where other states of consciousness may be accessible given the right environment. Flash forward 10 years and Jessup travels to Mexico to take part in a Hinchi ritual involving mushrooms. Jessup has an intense experience, and like any good scientist, he takes some mushroom juice home to use with his deprivation tank and alters himself in ways that no one thought possible. Physiological devolution, anyone? Altered states.
Can you imagine doing those mushroom juices in a deprivation tank for like 5 hours?
No.
We'll get into it. Danny, what's your history with Ken Russell and this movie Altered States? Is there any?
There is none. And then I clicked on Ken Russell's filmography and I can see why there is none.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay. There's nothing here. I mean, I scrolled down. Ein Kitten für Hitler. He has a Hitler kitten short.
You just made that up. I'm going to cut this out.
I'm
cutting this all out. We can't handle Danny talking about Hitler on the show.
I have no history with this, but I do love the poster for Altered States. Mm-hmm. I think that's always kind of struck me.
Yeah, great poster.
Never got around to it.
He's done some other outside of Hollywood movies. I think like he had such a bad experience making this movie, he just went back to the UK and started making other movies. This Crimes of Passion one, I think we need to all make time to watch. Kathleen Turner and Anthony Perkins.
Crimes of Passion. Oh, I see it.
Oh.
Fashion designer Joanna Crane leads a double life. By night, she is China Blue, a prostitute who's attracted the attention of a sexually frustrated private detective and a psychopathic priest in possession of a murderous sex toy.
Anthony Perkins.
Is there. I think he plays the priest. I think he plays the priest.
God.
Reverend Peter Shane.
Yeah, we need to make some time, I think, for that movie.
Russell month.
Oh, Annie Potts is in it?
The Lair of the White Worm, I believe.
Oh, that's him?
I believe that was...
I see it
did we do that for the show, or was that a Bat and Spider episode?
That was a Bat and Spider,
yeah.
Okay. And The Devils is a historic movie that was really hard to find for a while and was on Shudder for a period of time. Very fascinating movie. All Catholics and otherwise should watch it.
Oh, it's a Catholic movie.
Proto, what about you?
Altered States, I watched in 2020 for the first time. I know you had talked about it a couple times on the show because I saw that you logged it in 2018. So I think you had brought it up on the show a few times. So then it was on my watch list, and then I fired it up at one point. But then, yeah, when Bat and Spider did Lair of the White Worm, I watched that then. I love that movie. That with Hugh Grant in it. That's a riot. Really horny movie. A lot of fun. Yeah, and I think that's it. Oh, and then I've seen The Devils as well, which is kind of crazy to think that he directed The Devils.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would ever connect this to that director and like Lair of the White Worm. That's wild.
Seen The Devils? I guess I should fire this up.
Find it.
4.2 on Letterboxd.
Make some time. This was written, there's a book, Patty Chayefsky, who apparently asked to have his name taken off this movie.
What?
He had written Network, Marty, and some other films. Yeah, he didn't like how Ken Russell's like expressionistic visuals. He just was over it. So fascinating little backstory. Yeah, and apparently Ken Russell was just like, I'm out of here. This sucks.
No, the other guy.
Which is kind of bonkers to me because I feel like the visuals in this movie are out of sight. We'll get into it. So mushrooms for 5 hours in a deprivation tank. Proto, what do you think? What do you think? Get into it.
I mean, that's a deep, dark hole that you're putting yourself in. Mm-hmm. You know, you're putting yourself in a deprivation tank. Now, I've never done that, but from what I understand, it's very dark, completely dark, and you lose all sense. You lose all senses, right? So you're basically turning yourself into like a black hole of nothingness, and then you're going to go on a very powerful, mind-altering journey at the same time. I mean, I'm definitely tempted by the idea, but it sounds very, I don't know, too intense maybe?
It sounds way too intense. It sounds like frighteningly intense.
It sounds like coming back as a gorilla intense.
What's the worst that could happen? I could devolve and come back as a gorilla?
Devolving.
Yeah, that could happen actually. Oh my God. All right, Proto, what's at the top of your list for Altered States?
Oh, top of my list. Let's see. You know what was great that I saw that, because this is something I wanted to talk about. When I sat down on my computer, I looked at what came through on my feed, and I saw a review for Altered States from, there it is, from Middle Casey.
Oh.
2 stars. She just watched it. Mm-hmm. Danny's wife, she said, William Hurt as Eddie Jessup was one of the most annoying and unlikable characters ever, and I couldn't get past it, despite not hating the overall story and really digging the vision and hallucinogenic sequences. That was the main thing that stuck with me last time I saw this. I feel like William Hurt didn't bother me as much as the first time, but his character is still kind of pretty grating to me. Like,
he's insufferable.
He's supposed to be like, he's playing the part, right, of like this dweeby, annoying, know-it-all, in-your-face professor, and he does it perfectly, but it doesn't stop it from being annoying and like hating the guy as you're watching it. And for whatever reason, like that kind of sours something with me in this viewing, even knowing that he's doing it right. It's just kind of annoying. And I don't know. Do you guys feel that same way with him?
Sounds like Danny does.
I actually just hated, I don't think I hated his performance as Eddie. I think I just hated the writing for him. Everything felt so obtuse that he was talking about. It's like word salad every time he was like having a conversation. Yeah. And I'm like, why do you have to talk over my head on fake science? Like,
is it fake?
Let's just talk about like regular, just say, I'm going to get high and go into a tank and see what happens. But he says all this ridiculous shit. And I'm just like, I'm checking out. I don't care what you have to say. It's just like so weird. Every time he talked to his wife, it was just like, leave him, please. Forever. Don't come back.
She wants him so bad.
She wanted him.
She needs him. I love William Hurt in this. This is his first movie.
His first?
Yeah, he was doing like stage stuff, I think, for a few years before this. And the writing of him is so bizarre. Like he says "shall" several times. Like shall I change? And I feel like, at least for my viewing, with any other actor, it would just be so weird. But the way he acts and his cadence and the way he speaks and the way he carries himself, it felt right to me. I think you could dumb down the writing for him, but I don't know. There's just something about having an intellectual talk like an intellectual and making no bones about it that I appreciate. Like I want William Hurt being the kind of off-kilter, doesn't understand what love is because he's seeking like the ultimate self.
No, I don't mind that. It just felt try hard, I think. Like I don't think it's Williams. For me, I don't think it's Williams' performance. I don't mind his performance in this. Just the things he was saying just felt so, I don't know, I felt like a writer like really trying hard for this film when it didn't need to happen.
Yeah, I liked his performance too. And what you said, I think that's it. That kind of, I think that connects to it because it's like his goal in all of this was just like science. Like, I feel like it would have been more, I would have had maybe like a connection to this character if maybe he had some kind of traumatic experience in his past and he was like doing this research, but then like hoping in some way, like if they just introduced trauma into his story, if they just,
trauma and grief,
give him some kind of goal that ties back to his humanity that he's trying to overcome. But it's just like all this high-minded snootiness that he's like,
right. He's
going
very
for.
snooty. I mean, he does mention the story with his dad, right? Where he like was in the hospital and he has the nightmare about his dad and how there was nothing.
He says like, what does he say? Trouble? Terrible?
Yeah, terrible, I think was his word. He's like, that's when I realized there was nothing else. So maybe that could be that connection. Who knows? I mean, compared to the writing, so like the writing of William Hurt, I love the writing every time I watch this of like Mason, the doctor, their doctor friend, who is the kind of skeptic, who does not believe that any of this is, he thinks it's all like hooey, like new age hippie BS. And I love the scenes where like he starts to be unable to disprove anything. Like he brings the x-rays to the doctor and he says that he's a gorilla and they hear the weird noises and he like changes into the ape creature and he doesn't have an explanation for like what the story was about a loose ape. And like it literally goes against kind of everything that guy has believed in for his entire life, that like any of this could be happening. And I think in one review I compared it to Prometheus, about like how I hated that one character, about like everything that they're experiencing in the movie Prometheus, these scientists that are in space, is like the most amazing discovery in the history of man to them, but they don't act like it. And in this one, I feel like Mason is like grappling with like, I can't explain this. This doesn't make any sense to me. So the writing of the other characters like Mason, I really appreciated. What did you think of the other characters, Proto and Mason in particular?
Yeah, I like them. I even like the other doctor too, who's like kind of like the super skeptic who I guess I don't know if he was like their boss. I don't remember.
Oh wait, I guess I'm getting Mason and the other guy.
Mason is the white coat doctor.
Yeah, the super skeptic.
That's the guy with the beard.
That's who you're talking about.
The bigger guy. Yeah, the bigger guy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Bob Balaban character.
No. Yeah, Arthur is Bob Balaban.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I really like that. Well, yeah, I like how there was like these levels because the Balaban character really buys in early on, and he's still very like level-headed. He's not all in like William Hurt's character. But then, yeah, like the white coat doctor is. I mean, he's like aggravated. It's almost like
pissed.
He doesn't want this to be true more than like just needing evidence. Yeah. Like he's pissed that someone's trying to believe that this is possible. I mean, it does sound. I mean, it is kind of crazy, this whole movie. Right?
I mean, the basis, I even wrote it down, like some of the stuff that William Hurt says. He's like at the bar, remember, he's like trying to explain to them why he cares. He's like, our atoms are 6 billion years old. We've got 6 billion years of memory in our minds. Memory is energy. It doesn't disappear. It's still in there. There's a physiological pathway to our earlier consciousness.
That's the conversations that wanted me to shut this shit off.
I feel like I would be like at the bar, like, shut the fuck up.
You would
are our wings here yet? I'm not in the mood for this. like write a book and then I'll read it. But like, yeah, this guy would probably be so annoying hanging out. But it's like, okay, I'm buying in. Like maybe there is. Maybe memory is energy. I don't know.
Eddie's not a fun hang.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
no way.
When he's saying that, I'm like eating that up. But yeah, if a friend does that, it's like, oh, here Eddie goes again. I guess our night's over.
Damn
I guess
it,
I'm just leaving.
Fun's over, everybody.
Eddie's had 4 Heinekens. We're over. It's finished.
Another quote. I think that the true self, the original self, that first self is real, quantifiable thing and incarnate, and I'm gonna find that fucker. Like that's another. Can you imagine him saying at the bar at that table?
Oh my gosh!
I think Mason even does look pissed off during those quotes too.
He's just pissed.
Danny, first on your list.
First on my list. Let's get into the lo-fi sci-fi effects of it all. I think my favorite moment in the film is the final time he uses the deprivation tank where everyone is in the room, even Emily, I think. Her name was Emily, and Mason and Bob Balatin is there. And it gets to the point where it opens that like portal, black hole, swirling abyss. Yeah. My God, like chef's kiss. Yeah. Like I loved every second of that. The flashing of the lights. I mean, every kind of trippy moment in this is so fucking cool. Even down to the transformation prosthetic kind of stuff that he goes through when he's in bed with the student. His body is like bubbling up, turning into a gorilla. Like I think visually this movie's badass.
Yeah.
There's so much cool shit in this. And I still don't even understand how the ending worked, but even that final scene of them, I'm guessing her love brings him back from the brink or something. Mm-hmm. Love is the most powerful thing. But visually this movie is so fun. Like so much fun. Yeah.
Same cinematographer as U2 Rattle and Hum and
okay.
Blade Runner.
What the?
What?
Yeah. Jordan Cronenweth. The God.
Some would say.
Yeah, that scene, that whole like last experiment feels like, Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Poltergeist moment. The visuals are so awesome. And it's like so long, like they're checking in on him. Mason like goes in every so often with his cigar and like checks in on him. And then the scene where they get like thrown out and then her hand against the light is like an absolute all-timer.
So cool.
It's so cool. It's the visuals, like even when they go to Mexico to do the drug, when they're coming into the cave, like it's straight up flexing. And then when he first arrives at the party and that white light is behind him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was bonkers. What are we doing?
And then when Mason confronts him at the end of one of the experiments at his apartment again, he's covered in darkness. Like he's just a shadow when Mason is trying to talk to him. Yeah, the visuals are absolutely off the charts in this movie.
Yeah, that door scene at the beginning is so it's just slam dunk in your face because it's like the Doors is playing that song in the background and then like she opens the door. It's like he's standing in light. But yeah, then when he's in Mexico, the tripping scene in that where it's like the lizard and then it's her and then they turn into the pillars of sand.
Yeah.
Like that whole sequence is wild.
It is.
I mean, it's like, I think it's pretty great, like representation. Like, I don't think you can, I mean, how can you put like an experience like that to film ultimately? But it does like hit that things where it's like so weird and bizarre and just striking as you watch it that it I think it accomplishes what it's trying to do.
I mean, there's a cool scene where like he gets cut in his hand and he turns around, but then there's like a fire, but it's like empty.
Yeah.
And then he looks to the right and like they're all on the other side. But like as soon as he drinks it, it hits and like the firecrackers are like going off around him.
Yeah, the fireworks from, down the street.
God. And he's just like resting his face on the rock. Like there's some iconic photos of just like his head sideways, just like tripping his balls off. Yeah, that first scene. And then like his friend, like what happens? He like, they say that you drank it, you ran out and you cut up this lizard. And that was That's what happened. That's like that's what happened in real life. But to him, it was like hours long.
Yeah.
And how amazing is it? He gets the liquid. Like he was able to bring it back to school. That seems like.
How do you cross the border with that?
Did they even check borders back then? I don't even know how that stuff worked. But that they would even let him take it with him.
Right.
Seems kind of nutty.
Like that much?
Yeah.
Too?
Like they would try to
mason jar.
They would like kill him on the way out. Like you're not leaving with that. FYI. Let's see. Next on my list. I mean, the story we talked about, like the story being like literally bonkers. Like he thinks he can, through psychedelics and deprivation tanks, he can connect with previous, humans, like the first human, the first self. That stuff is like really like an exciting idea for a storyline. I feel like I love the idea of, like, I've listened to podcasts about how we used to use psychedelics a lot, like in medicine, and like it was kind of kosher to experiment with, and it was also just like legal. And now like people do these trials where, people are going through like different emotional things, maybe like PTSD or, just like a sort of grief, or like they're in a car accident and they can never recover emotionally. So they go to these like offices that are kind of officially approved, and they literally just like trip for 12 hours. And Jesus. They take, and the doctors there just kind of like take notes, and they watch over them to see what they do, or like, do they like talk about certain experiences that they're never comfortable to talk about. And they'll do it like, over the course of months, and see like how they are as a person months later. So there's like certain trials where certain different psychedelics are being like tested to see if they can kind of help people unlock certain things. But the idea that like you can unlock a pathway to earlier consciousness, it's just such a cool idea. Like I love it. And I love the way that it's shown on film. I wish we had like more movies like this that kind of like tap into this weirdness. I don't know, maybe psychedelics are just out. Nobody cares anymore. It's over in movies. Is there like, maybe I need to look up a Letterboxd list for top 250 movies with shrooms being used to expand your mind. So
maybe they're out there.
Maybe they are. The other note I meant to say, Bob Balaban, when he and Mason are like arguing, Bob is like, he's calling it phenomenological.
Oh my
gosh. He said that word a few times.
Insane word.
And Mason was like arguing. He's like,
for God's sake, let's drop this goddamn thing. I don't want to talk about it.
I can't help it. You may want to go to sleep right now, but the way I feel, I don't expect to go to sleep for a year. I'm on fucking fire.
Like the idea that it's like actually happening, is just like having his brain melt. It's so cool.
Yeah. Or how about like the fact that he's having this experience, but like no one else is trying it? Like he does it like 4 times, and or how many times? Like I don't. How many times is he just in the deprivation tank? But then doing the mushrooms is like, if this is like what you're experiencing, like, can someone else try this too?
Yes.
Like, can we get seriously. A second? It's, if he's saying this is actually happening, and like that's a great point. It's like he's so adamant too that like, listen, my body is changed. There's something going on, and they're like, wow, we got to see the X-rays. It's like, like he's experiencing it at the same time,
right? Because in theory, that should corroborate everything, because that's the point why he goes to Mexico, because they say there's a drug that makes everyone experience the same thing.
Right. Yeah.
So in theory,
another great idea.
Yeah. But even so, remember, like Mason is in that room when he's doing it for the first time in the States, and he's also just like pissed off. He's like yelling, he's like, "You could die. You don't know what the hell is in this liquid." So cool. Pro.
Well, how about him turning into an ape? The whole ape sequence is wild.
That was my next note. Let's get into it.
I mean, the hair on his body.
The hair on his penis.
He's like the ape from 2001.
Yeah.
Right off the set.
And he's very limber. The way he climbs that building, like no problem at all. The way he gets into that deer.
Yeah.
My God.
Sheep.
God, yeah, it's a pretty wild sequence. And, I'm not, I don't really love subhuman depictions.
Mm-hmm.
But it was better this time, I think. It didn't bother me as much. I think I was just like impressed by like the movement of the character. Did William Hurt do this, you think?
There's no way William Hurt can move like that.
That's not William's body.
No way.
Yeah, that's like a gymnast or something.
Yeah.
Ray Park.
Danny, your thoughts on the Ray Park gorilla from 2001?
That was almost a moment where I'm like, well, this movie sucks. I really hated that sequence. I hated him coming out looking like that ape thing. I don't know what I expected. I did not expect this to happen. It's funny because when there's like movies like this, I just assume they're in New York, and my brain was like, "Where the hell is there a zoo like this?"
Right.
I was so confused, and I was confused on how close they were doing all of these studies to a zoo already. The rhino sequence. He punches an elephant in the head with a rock. Yeah. I was so shocked by that. Anyway, I hated this sequence. I really, if I was watching this on my own, not for the show, I may have just paused and walked away for a while.
My God.
It was, I hated watching it.
You know what I hate about it is that everything like in the movie leading up to that, it's like, yes, I love this. But then like the fact that like this is what it arrives at is kind of disappointing to me.
Yeah.
Like I get why they do it because as a movie, it's like very concrete of like, all right, we'll have an ape character do this thing. And like, that's where the story will go. But as like from the beginning of the movie, like where you get to it and you're like, he's an ape. Like this is that where it ends. I mean, it doesn't end there, but it kind of feels that way in the moment.
Yeah. I mean, I guess their other angle was like his freakazoid mutate body at the end. Like that's like, and he's like kind of merging with something otherworldly, like in the mist. But yeah, finding the first self or like the first, he's going backwards in time. I guess you have to add some kind of ape man. I don't even know what else he would turn into, to be honest. I don't know. Don't like it.
Don't like it at all.
Danny, next on your list.
Gosh, we've covered most of it. Drew Barrymore being in this was a shocker.
What?
Oh yeah,
she's the daughter. One of the little girls. It was funny because both Casey and I were watching it, and we both waited till the movie was over, and we looked up and saw Drew was in the credits.
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, that was Drew Barrymore. That's a random note. I don't have a really third thing to talk about.
By your menchies.
I want to talk about the first trip sequence, which I thought was bonkers. The crucifixions, the goat head, the 6 eyes,
Shroud of Turin on his dad's face.
Oh my gosh, that too. It kept like cutting back and keep burning. That whole sequence, man, that was crazy. And then like all the bodies being crucified at once, the depiction of hell. I was like, God damn, what are we getting into with this film? But that was rad. I mean, every kind of tripped out scene. I know I said in my first point, but they're pretty bangers.
Yeah, I mean, if he's like able to tap into 6 billion years of memory and like maybe a hell does exist, like would he be able to just experience what happens there on and off? I don't know.
It is interesting to think about how that first trip sequence was very religious in tones of like Revelations and Shroud of Turin and stuff like that. But then when he's tripping in deprivation, going back to the original self, it goes to ape, which really has a conversation about evolution.
Right.
So it's not as religious when he goes that way. So it was very all over the place a bit.
Did he have a religious trip on the mushroom juice, or was that pre-mushroom juice?
It was mushroom juice.
Oh, okay.
Right. Was like he was like in the room, but not in the deprivation tank. He was like just facing away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like talking about the trip as it happened to them.
Yeah. Well, maybe the idea with that is like with each trip, he like went further back in time, right? So like maybe at that point, he's only like, a few hundred years earlier where like that was like the consciousness of humanity.
Right.
Or the writer has no idea what they're doing. And
yeah. Or it's just like, this would be cool. I got a lot of great visual ideas.
The writer's definitely on mushrooms.
What if we take a cross and set it on fire?
I haven't checked to see the differences in the book. I do have the book.
Oh, there's a book.
It's based the Chayefsky's book. I think of the same name. Let's see. Let's talk about the ending.
Okay.
He is rescued in like the foggy, room. He becomes like a human being again. And then they go home and he can't stop changing. And she turns into a lava woman because she touches him while he's like changing. Right. And she talks him into, staying human somehow in the hallway. The ending honestly like kind of kills it for me. Like,
interesting.
The movie is like so kind of, it's a sight to see, and you're getting close to like, the original consciousness, and the ending is essentially like love brings him back. Like love is what you've been looking for. Like I've been here the whole time, brother. And like usually I'm kind of all in on that stuff, but it just doesn't fit with the rest of the movie for me. Like he just seems so tuned out to the potential that marriage is a good thing, she is a good thing, and like human relation is the ultimate, desire that he needs. And then the movie just kind of ends. Like the ending is just a wet fart for me for whatever reason. Pardo, what do you think?
With you saying that, I'm kind of comparing this in my mind now to Interstellar.
I did too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, I'm like trying to imagine like what would Interstellar be like if it didn't feel like it earned the ending? Like, was there like, if there was no Tesseract scene or something, if it kind of just like jumped to him seeing his daughter, I don't know. But in a way, like, I feel like that's a movie that really earned that message to me of like love, right? But like this, you're right. It like tries to go for the same thing, but maybe that's just like that message isn't throughout the whole movie. It's more of just William Hurt being a dweeb. So you're not like invested in like the story of love and even the relationship. We didn't really talk much about the relationship, but how weird, or not weird, just like the way he speaks about the relationship and how they talk to each other. And they're almost like scientists first before they're like humans to each other. Yeah. It's very bizarre.
Even the whole proposal moment was like, talk normal to each other, please.
There's
talk
gotta
like
be
you
some
love
other,
each other.
There's got to be some other man out there that you can, shack up with.
Please, Emily.
Yeah, Emily, please.
Someone, I can't remember who left a review how weird it was that they like sat next to each other naked post-coital. And I was like, that's what people do. They just sit next to each other.
What are you supposed to do?
I was cracking up. He did that a few times where he was just...
That dude sat down nude like 5 times in this film.
He's nude a lot. How about him? I mean, just saying at one point, he's like, I have a date with one of my students, or I'm meeting up with one of my students for dinner.
Nonchalantly to another professor.
The 70s and the 80s, just a wild time. How much sex did these professors have with their students?
It's disgusting.
It's insane.
It's disgusting.
Danny, any additional thoughts on the ending?
I actually didn't mind it. I thought it was pretty interesting. Visually it looked cool. But I think I'd kind of checked out too much to where it was like, whatever, it's fine. There was a moment where when they show the ape running around town and it's the humanoid ape, I thought after he gets out of the tank for the 3rd time, he'd be a fully realized ape and like living in the zoo next door and no one knows it's him. And then like credits roll.
That feels like a Twilight Zone episode.
Yes.
Something like that. Like they can't find him anymore, but there's this new ape at the zoo. That's like really smart.
Oh my God, that'd be insane.
And then just credits rolling. I think the ending was fine. I didn't like the way she looked. I thought she looked kind of
hold up.
It doesn't hold up, especially when so much of the film looks really good. I keep thinking about that swirling death pool scene, and that just blows my mind. I really want to know how they made it. It looked really rad.
Where's the universal ride of altered states? Deprivation tank. Pardo, final note? Menchie's rating?
My Menchie's, the opening title sequence for this is, I love it so much. Him in the tank with the words going over. What do you call that? A masking over him?
I don't know.
It's good.
Unreal. How about the beginning there where they walk outside and they're having the conversation and they're going down into the subway and every single person on the street is looking directly into the camera.
Oh my God,
Camera,
so
I know. So funny.
So funny.
Guerrilla filmmaking.
When he meets Emily, like they're at the party and then afterwards and they're like walking through the lawn, that conversation of them like coming to terms that they need to have sex immediately, like in that moment, it was like a 3-step process of like, I have to have sex with you at some point. What about today? What about right now? All right, let's go.
He's like, I think I wrote down, can I go home with you tonight? Very forward. And then she's like, whenever you want to go there, or he's like, whenever you want to go there, just let me know.
He like leans in for a kiss right away.
I know. I was like, is this the same day? I couldn't believe it.
And then they're having sex and it's like they're tripping balls. Both of them.
Absolutely.
His face while having sex. Oh my God. He is going through it at that moment.
They're covered in sweat and then they have like a heat lamp right on top of them.
The heater.
God, there's so much sweat. Turn the heat lamp off.
Right?
Should I put on a fan? Do you want me to get the fan from the closet? I can put that on.
Definitely pulling out the fan.
Oh my God.
The security guard just drinking a beer on duty. That guy.
70s.
Yeah, different time. The first self. Great line. Yeah, I wrote down he's suddenly in a zoo. Like so quickly. It's
So fast.
that deer took one to the dome with the rock.
Oh my God.
Incredible throw.
Yeah. Laser
The 1 in
beam.
10. 1 in 10 shot.
I love like what that last sequence where he gets in the tank and things start going haywire. And then his wife is like, I want this thing stopped. It's like, lady, you just let him get in there. And like we started where there's no turning back now.
No turning back.
She was freaking out.
She didn't anticipate another dimension opening up, I guess, in that room.
How about her just jumping into it?
That's love.
Yeah.
That's love, baby.
Yeah. Any shot of him in the dark, just in the water, in the tank. So good. Yeah. Visually, this movie is dynamite. Yeah, I'm still at 3 stars for this. I think it's a great time. Some of it doesn't stick the landing for me though. But like visually, it's so fun.
Yeah. Danny?
The final truth of all things is that there is no final truth. Shut up, Eddie. Just shut up, dude. I bet 3.5 stars. I had a good time watching this. I don't love Eddie in the writing, but visually it's a lot of fun. Lo-fi sci-fi is a lot of fun altogether anyway. So yeah, I had a good time.
Lo-fi sci-fi, we're right in the range. 3 stars, 3.5 stars.
Target
That's what
audience.
it's all about.
Yeah.
I wrote down his watch. I meant to freeze frame and take a photo of his watch.
Yeah. Mason had that Casio going on.
Of course, Mason's a Casio guy.
Yeah.
A lot of years pass in this movie. Like when they first do the test.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like several years go by, they got kids. They're
2
married.
kids.
About to divorce.
Is keeping ice in a bathtub a move?
I think that's a New York thing.
Okay.
They might not have had a freezer.
Okay.
Or Boston. I guess they
upstate
were in
thing.
Boston or whatever.
It's all the same.
Incredible. The red hell scenes. Very scary.
Yeah, those writhing bodies.
Mm-hmm. He was talking about the first trip. When he first saw like the first proto-human. I think he described the mountains as like newly birthed mountains. I thought that was cool. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Mason is flipping the F out. When he picks up Emily from the airport and he's in the line.
So weird.
He yells like, "You look so marvelous." He's so weird. Everything he says is weird. He's just his vocabulary is strange.
Such a dweeb.
I also like them trying to piece together what was happening with him and his body and his brain. They just thought like he had cancer now from using the drug so often that he's like birthed cancer.
The first cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the music also during that poltergeist scene. Music in this movie is insane.
Oh yeah, I meant to look who did it.
Hold up.
John Corgliano. Red Violin Revolution. What is Revolution with Al Pacino, Donald Sutherland?
Oh my God, that Revolution Al Pacino movie?
What is that movie? Hugh Hudson directed.
Yeah, very trippy audio pieces. You know, it's like barely a score. It's just like pounding audio. It just fits so well for what was happening on screen. Ending is kind of ass. And then I wrote, and what an ass. Because remember when they embrace at the end of the movie? Have mercy.
Her ass.
Have mercy.
What's that? Like, she had like a little dimple on the small of her back. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a thing?
That's a thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dimples?
Dimples are a thing. I still love this movie. I think the ending just still doesn't work for me. The Interstellar comparison is so funny. It's so right. Like it's just an unearned love ending. 4.5 stars for me. Altered States. Amazing poster. I need to get an Altered States poster.
Yeah,
it is a good one.
So good.
Absolute banger. All right, next week. Oh wait, I have to give away a free year of Letterboxd.
Oh gosh.
Patron. I don't know if you have any reviews queued up, but I did find one from Joss DeBoss for Y Tu Mama Tambien. Booking a flight to Mexico right now. 3.5 stars. Maybe we need to go to Mexico.
We've talked about it twice now.
How about that amazing Scott edit of Prodigy in that scene?
Oh my God.
That's why folks need to join our Discord. You're getting these Photoshops, you're getting these video edits. You're not getting them anywhere else.
No.
What are you, still on Twitter?
Yeah.
You're still on Twitter? Shaking my damn head. Any reviews, party you want to spotlight? Tag 70mm pod.
4.5 stars from Magua Synth.
Okay.
William hurt people. So Refined said, I love my hot magma wife and will ascend to a different plane of existence to protect her.
Okay.
4 stars.
Let me change the backdrop of this movie here.
I had to pick a new
so
one.
So many of him just pursing his lips. The Man from Earth. From one of the acclaimed writers of Star Trek and The Twilight Zone come a story that transcends both space and time. We are transcending time and space again for 2 weeks in a row.
My God.
We have to do it again. An impromptu goodbye party for Professor John Oldman becomes a mysterious interrogation after the retiring scholar reveals to his colleagues he has a longer and stranger past than they can imagine. That's next week. Streaming everywhere. Tubi, Prime Video. What is this logo? I don't even know what this streaming service is. I'm clicking on it. Cineverse.
Cineverse?
I've never even heard of Cineverse. What is this? There's a duck logo.
Cineverse.
Fandor.
What?
Hoopla. Support your local library. Canopy. Philo. Plex with ads. The CW. Tubi. This is a short movie. It's 87 minutes, folks. So if you're looking for something to watch when you're working, there you have it.
Quick one.
If you're looking for a quickie. Hey, speaking of Trainer earlier, Trainer's given this 4 stars.
That seems about right.
Okay.
I can
4 stars from Trainer, our Apex partner. Pardo, any closing thoughts this week?
Closing thoughts, Altered States. You know, if you're looking for another movie with a man who is experiencing altered states, I can recommend Bicentennial Man from 1999, starring Robin Williams. Check it out. Not streaming anywhere.
Knew it was going to be that dumb movie. We will see everybody next week for Man from Earth. $70mm is a tape deck production featuring original artwork provided by Danny Haas. Spiritual guidance and V'ger, the robot who loves movies, provided by Pertalexis. Producer at large Dale_A. And music composed by Cinematrix. Prints and other merch are available on 70mmpod.com. This episode was mixed, edited, and produced by me, Slim. Support our Patreon for access to our VHS Village Discord to talk movies with new friends, access to our exclusive episodes in the 70mm vault, discounts on merch, uncut episodes, and a physical membership card mailed to you. To check out other Tape Deck podcasts, find the link in the episode notes. And if you'd like to support our friends at Letterboxd and upgrade to pro or patron status, you can do so with a 20% off discount using the links on 70mmpod.com. Goodbye.
This is a Tape Deck podcast.